4 down for VP, and all of a sudden, Secret's hopes are still alive.
SF back on top of the net worth board, 18,500. Still, Storm Spirit and Juro Ranger are trailing them. It's still a gigantic net worth lead for VP, even after that lost team fight. But it is going to shake their confidence for the next time they choose to push uphill. Zai, as you said, pretty much made that team fight for Secret. Feels like they're going to have to wait out the next Roshan and get the Aegis. And is this next one going to be Cheese as well?
Yeah.
So
if you remember, the first one was really early on, and the second one they had the Solar Crest for it, so
this could be a significant advantage for VP if they want to wait out Roshan, but this obviously leaves openings for Team Secret just to sit back, farm up, or maybe even get aggressive on the map.
I think you don't. If you sit back and farm up, you know that VP are just going to wait for the next Aegis. I actually think they might decide to play proactively before that point. Illidan's about to pick up his MKB, and everybody from VP has pretty much all the items that they could possibly need. Maybe lacking in levels a little bit, but that's pretty much it.
So wait for the potential spawn time of Roshan, go for a 5-man smoke as Team Secret, and see if you can't get a pick off that allows you to take Roshan yourself. And if you get that Aegis, that means VP very likely to wait out the full timer of the Aegis, and that just gives you so much more time to farm up your heroes.
I don't know if Secret can win a fight where VP have essentially 7 lives. Like, if G gets an Aegis, I don't know how they take him down twice. He should be able to just initiate in and kill 2 heroes by himself instantly in that case. Because it's just the fear of not being able to get out with any mana that's scaring them right here. And Secret, I don't know if they see this coming. They're all grouped up behind S4, but VP setting the trap. They're going all the way around.
They've already laid down a ward. They're going to sneak their way around.
Secret have no idea.
Secret, they could be totally caught by this one. They're relatively grouped up.
They should have seen FNG here.
They do have some vision, yep. Right down there by the river. They're going to run into Puppy first. He's already gone. Down and out. The vacuum managed to catch out two with a wall on top. Lil, though, instantly response. Great familiar drop, and the Echo Slam on top. DK almost takes out one already. Now Zai and Arteezy. They have a response, but Zai goes down as well. Laguna Blade.
It's Arteezy on 3.
Against the world here for Team Secret. He's got to pull this out, but DK Fomos, he survives. Guy keeps the kill, and VP win it. They keep 2 alive and wipe Secret.
And that was just all G. He clears up that backline completely by himself, instantly killing the Dazzle, killing the Rubik by himself. Arteezy has no support there. And Arteezy needs to survive, but he also needs the disables of his team. Like, if that Rubik dies, no way to win the fight, honestly. And Zai, I mean, he tried his best right there, but it was just VP with a little bit too much.
The Lincolns is coming in for the Storm Spirit. This is going to be big. No longer has to worry about that telekinesis, at least not as much anymore, and that's been... Kuro's really been on the mark there, trying to control G every single team fight he jumps in.
I would actually prefer him to go for the Hex, because I don't think it's enough for him to just dodge the telekinesis. He's got a BKB to work with at the same time.
Right.
It could just mean that he wants to get rid of the spell steal option, but even then I think that's a little bit weak. Going for the Hex here might secure him the game. Secret don't lose too much, though, off of this. It's not like VP went for the immediate push or anything like that. It's more just you lost a lot of heroes, gave up net worth, and Storm Spirit gets more Bloodstone charges, but you're already in that situation anyways.
Yeah, you probably lost control of Roshan at this point in time because Arteezy's still down for 10 seconds. If VP go directly into the Roshan pit, they have so much physical damage, they will just chop Roshan up. And Team Secret, again, would be left into that very precarious, do we force a fight outside of our base and potentially lose the whole entire game. So, as Arteezy revives, Roshan dies.
Yeah, now that Illidan, he was so squishy before, and he had a hard time surviving, but he's got this Aegis. You've got a Cheese on your Storm, I believe. Yes.
The difference between the two there, I mean, it may feel very minimal for some, but why Aegis on Illidan and Cheese on God?
Because there's almost going to be no chance where Illidan gets to get that Cheese off. Right. And there's no real situation where you can really guess, okay, I'm at 200 health, do I pop it now? If you're at that range, you're probably dying if you're Illidan. Whereas the Storm, you just want the mana to work with. It doesn't really matter what your HP pulls at.
He's much tankier, 2,400 HP on him, plus he has both the BKB and Lincolns. It would be very surprising if Team Secret were able to...
Oh, they take this so quickly.
They really do. Team Secret, do they stall this one up? Do they just give up their laner racks? I mean, if they do, it's going to be VP just marching down middle immediately afterwards. VP actually only take the range tracks and now back up.
they're just being tentative right now. No team really wants to give this away, and VP, they recognize that Secret can definitely still beat them in a fight. That top fight proved it. The one at Roshan Pit was way too close for comfort, barely living with 2 heroes. If Arteezy had gone a little bit luckier with the butterfly procs, that might have gone the other way, but he now picks up his crit.
Luck won't really be a factor for Arteezy soon, at least not against the Drill Rangers hits anymore. Jump forward, they're actually going to try and quickly take out the melee racks. This is a nice move from VP, essentially trying to move Team Secret around and get that free opening, but they still managed to get a nice 3-man back over the wall on top. FNG almost eliminated to start things off, but he managed to get up everything anyway. Arteezy gets off a great ultimate. G in the background is still going for Puppy, but he never keeps him alive. They actually don't get anything out of that one. S4 forced into a buyback, though. Still, Team Secret couldn't actually really capitalize on that. I mean, you look at Virtus Pro, they're all incredibly low, but it's just the fear of the cheese and Aegis turnaround that keeps Team Secret inside the base.
Yeah, and there's no reason for them to continue to pursue that. You're so close to your base. If you lose that fight, you could just end the game right there, and VP are happy to just get away with 1 death and the buyback on the S4. Definitely still a net worth win for them. They're just... Alright, that line was drawn by FNG. That's probably the don't let them pass here. And
right.
The MKB is now flying in, and Arteezy, it's going to be so hard for him to survive in these fights.
So that butterfly evasion, no longer going to be a factor for the Drill Ranger anyway. So what else do we have here for the side? Aghanim Scepter is actually coming in soon for Lil, plus the level 3 familiars. That's already a significant upgrade, but when you have a Drill Ranger on your team, that's an insane amount of physical damage.
Arteezy's probably got the item that's going to help him the most. He's fully completed his Satanic instead of going for the buyback. I think this is the correct choice. Even if he respawns, he's only got 16 souls, and at that point his team's lost anyways. So by just going for the full-out item buy, you say to yourself, okay, let's just play for this one fight. And the Queen of Pain doesn't have a buyback too, and she's the one core that deals damage with you. So you might as well just all in for it at this point. Especially
since the fact it's unlikely that VP will be able to chain stun him and bring him down from 100 to nothing, with the Shallow Grave always sitting behind him.
FNG does have that Laguna Blade level 3 ready now, though, and I mean, this is VP's game to win. They push the tower so quickly. All it takes is one mistake from Secret. If they lose any of their cores at this point, and VP don't, it's going to be really difficult for Secret to win.
Looks like they may try and go for another opening on that melee racks in the top lane. Jump forward, start ticking it down. Kuro takes away that Lincoln. Scythe of Ice to follow it up. God, he needs some help here with the vacuum over the top. They actually force out the cheese.
Oh, this is so bad. VP now know that everything from Secret has been expended. That vacuum wall was a large reason why the fights were able to be won. The BKB was used on Arteezy. So was the Hex by S4. All they have to do now is go for this mid lane, ignore the wall at top. And I don't know how Secret hold this without either of those spells.
They still have S4 and Arteezy's ultimates. They're going to need some great vacuum initiation, but you can see VP, they're just leaving Illidan on the front lines right now. He has the Aegis anyway. They know as long as they don't get grouped up in a bad vacuum, they should be able to take this lane of racks. Illidan, pushed back by Arteezy. Once again, they grab a range racks.
VP are so tentative right now. They want to make absolute sure that this game is out of reach for Secret. Continuing to just prod and poke.
So much money, so much pride on the line here for VP. They cannot afford any mistakes.
Oh, here we go.
Start beating onto Arteezy. Jump in by God. Illidan is already losing his Aegis, but S4, he's in some serious trouble. Looks like the Shallow Grave keeps him alive on the side. We have a 2-man vacuum. DK Phobos pops his BKB and gets away. Arteezy now pops no Satanic, and he's actually fighting up against Illidan, but is now being chased away with God, taking away the Dazzle in the background. There's going to be no more Shallow Grave anymore. S4 gets some damage out. They managed to Scythe of Ice up the Drone Ranger, who's down to only 600 HP.
Arteezy's actually beating them back.
Illidan, he's actually going all in. He has to fight up against Sai, who's going in for these kills. Will be able to pick it up. Echo Slam misses out. Go to play. Turn around by Kuro. There goes DK Phobos, but those so tuned as S4 fall. Now they're turning around. Arteezy, he can't afford to die here. This life steal's not going to be enough. He goes down. He does not have a buyback, but the group up this vacuum. It's actually controlling him. He's got to get Illidan. He managed to get the wall hit. God makes the jump away, but he will fall as well. Sai keeps Team Secret in this for a little bit longer. FNG, he keeps on going. Managed to pick up the kill on Kuro.
I mean, Zai this entire game, 10-5 and 11, doing his best as a Darkseer, but it's still only a Darkseer. G's going to respawn in short time. They've gotten the range racks and the melee racks at top. The mid one might fall soon after. They've got a Dazzle up, but that's about it. No buyback on the Shadow Fiend. The Queen of Pain's in a similar situation. Still hasn't picked up an item since that Scythe of Ice. The Rubik has a buyback, but how much does that even matter for you as F and G, with the help of the birds, G's right behind him. I don't know if Secret can defend this, as they're going to lose 2 racks almost certainly.
Yeah, God actually jumping forward now to go for that tier 3 tower, which has no HP whatsoever. Glyph is popped, but God's still going to pick it up. Kuro is forced to expend his buyback here to defend against this scary core. Storm Spirit's working on the range rack. The Familiar's on top. They're left with just one building at this point. Team Secret, 1,500 HP on a melee barracks. That's all that separates them from staying in TI and getting knocked out by Virtus Pro.
You've got to be real nervous right now because one lost fight is going to make all the difference in VP. If they save for buybacks, they can pretty much just keep marching down that racks and then just play for the defense game. As Secret only have one hero that can really deal with Mega Creeps.
S4 is going to try and push out this top lane. Look at that. FNG just rolling in the items now. Vlad and Mech being picked up by him. Satanic for our Juro Ranger. There's the kind of sustain that Illidan really needed in that last fight.
Everybody from VP is actually just completely buying out right now. They're just not afraid of Secret anymore. They just feel it's one fight away from them taking the game. Even if Secret win that fight, they don't think that they can do it without losses.
DK Phobos is actually 1,000 gold away from the Shivas as well. Just listing item after item that Virtus Pro are picking up, and Team Secret don't really have anything that's going to change the course of these fights. In fact, you look at S4, he's operating on just the same Scythe of Ice that he's had for some time now.
Yeah, and G just continues to snowball on items. He's almost got enough money for his own Scythe of Ice, and once he gets that Arteezy Satanic, it's not really going to be able to do much. They've got enough crowd control for him at this point in the game. Secret afraid to leave their base right now. Not a whole lot of risk that they can take at this point. They don't have the smoke as well. They're just kind of holed up in here and waiting for VP to do whatever they want. And VP, they might even just wait out this next Aegis.
I mean, even if you suicide for it, VP should be able to get that last melee racks and force Mega Creeps. Can Secret actually turtle inside their base against Mega Creeps? You said they only really had one good hero against it. Can they actually just hold out against Mega Creeps, or do they have to immediately go for the rebuttal and 5-man down mid?
I think you just go for the rebuttal and 5-man down mid, but that requires you to keep at least 2 of your cores alive, and one of them has to be Arteezy at this point. He has buyback now, so this next defense is going to be easier, but it's just all about the Mega Creeps right now. And VP, this is going to be a sick timing for them as the Glyph is on cooldown for 2 minutes. They're about to take Aegis at the same time. This is going to be so hard for Secret to hold, and they're not even going to bother attempting to deny it.
Advantage after advantage being racked up for VP. Aegis for Illidan. Cheese being given over to FNG. They have so many items, in fact, they can wait out if they really want to.
Oh, they're smoked up.
He's got a Scythe of Ice coming in. The smoke.
Secret don't even see this coming.
He's going to have the initiation. Arteezy's the first target. Target number 1. Echo Slam being placed on him. He pops it Satanic and now turns the fight. Let's lose that ultimate. Secret are actually going to lose. S4 here in a second. Save goes to Kuro. Good shot. Great save. S4. Oh, what a vacuum out. Zai lets that up beautifully. Managed to get the wall on top. And VP are actually losing some of their heroes. Aegis being popped. G, he's actually going to go down here trying to control Arteezy. They're going for the kill. Illidan, he needs it.
Oh, he misses the slap.
Control. Arteezy gets alive. This tower grid goes. He stays alive. God comes back. He needs Arteezy. He gets the kill. FNG hold up against SI, but they manage to pick up Zai instead.
Oh, the birds at the same time are stunning.
God's going to go in. He's trying to get Puppey as well next. Will easily be able to get this kill. No shallow grave. This means Arteezy. There's a buyback from Puppey, actually. It's 2 versus 3. Arteezy, he doesn't even have the souls necessary.